Good day, everyone. It is so Sunday. I'm so excited to be blessed with another day and another beginning of the week. What are you doing today? How is your day going? I hope everything is going well and you are having a blessed day. Today, we're going to talk about some study smarter tips. And I wanted to carry on from last Sunday where we talked about uh, test taking tips and strategies and why they were important. And I think we mentioned about getting more into like the study notes and how to have good study habits, things like that. But I said, you know what? Let's take a moment to just talk about lifestyle planning. How do you plan things out to have time for yourself and have time for studying? Because you need that time. We talked a little bit about, after about 45 minutes, your concentration kind of goes down. That's why I don't like to do a lot of webinars, group study beyond an hour. Sometimes I usually push for an hour and 15 in case we need some little, what we call bookkeeping or housekeeping, I guess is the term. Yeah, housekeeping, kind of to get back on track of things, to see where we are and what's the plan going forward. But you want to plan on breaks and have a different activity every 45 minutes. Sometimes I will set my clock, my timer for 30 minutes or 45 minutes. That way I get up and I stir around and do something else so that my focus is hyped up and really focus in on what I'm doing. So if you're having trouble with focusing, maybe you need shorter times in your study. 30 minutes, take a break. Another 30 minutes, get up and do something else. And then maybe just do an hour or so at a time. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about that. So I hope that tips helps. And I want to get more into, we mentioned last time about reading the preface of a textbook. I feel like the preface, which is the very beginning of a textbook, whether it's your nursing exam book or it's your NCLEX study guide, sometimes going through that very initial information will help you get acquainted with the contents of the book that you're going to be using, and it will help you make the best of your time. We all need time management. The preface can also provide information on special resources that you may have overlooked if you never looked at that preface, different student resources that are available for preparing you for your exams. Sometimes they'll have websites that are available. They'll post that in the preface, practice exam questions. And we know that practice makes perfect. In order for you to get better on answering nursing questions and NCLEX style questions, practice is going to make perfect. So you may find in the preface resources that are commonly used that help you use an adaptive and active type of learning, like quizzes, case studies, animations, virtual simulations, videos, audio. You want to experience as much as you can to well round your education. Some of these things will just enhance the understanding of new material. And that was something we mentioned before. How do I understand new material? Find a video on it. Look in the preface of your study guide of your book and see if there is content, other extra resources that you can use that might be available for you. And of course, YouTube is full of content and information. But the main goal is that you want to practice as many study questions as you can in preparation for your exams. Look at any results reports that are provided to you on your level of preparation. If you have like a HESI report or your CPR report from a previous NCLEX, look to see where your strengths and weaknesses are. That data will help you in planning. How do I improve? So practice readiness. You want to write this down. A study smarter tip is practice readiness. Remember that while you are reading and preparing for your NCLEX or nursing exams, you are also preparing to care for patients in the clinical setting. So that's why it's very important for you. But one thing I want you to be aware of is that the NCLEX and your nursing exams are going to test you on national guidelines. So you need to be aware that in different facilities, there are going to be differences in policies and procedures with specific agencies. But there's also the national guidelines. National guidelines is what your nursing exams and the NCLEX exam are based on. They're going to test you on national guidelines. So be aware of specific policies and procedures that may not be adopted on a national basis. Some facilities do things slightly different. It may not be right or wrong. I don't even want to say it's not right. It doesn't mean it's not wrong. It's just that it may not be the national standard. So we're tested on the national standard. So avoid choosing answers that are agency specific options. Choose answers that are general. They're probably good guidelines in general, and it's what we're taught by the book. So they teach us on a basis that no matter where you go, you will know how to practice safely as a nurse. But practice makes perfect. So practice as many questions as you can in preparation for your exams. Simply knowing how the questions are structured is going to help you. It will help you to become familiar and comfortable with what you will encounter. And that will assist you in passing your NCLEX and your nursing exams. All right, so study questions as much as possible because this will help you be successful. All right, not only on your nursing examinations, but also on the NCLEX. All right, so use your NCLEX review book, use your tutor, use all your resources that you have, and review content and practice questions. Those questions that are going to correlate with the content and health problems or whatever subject that you're on. Currently in our review masterclass, we are studying pharmacology. So we're looking at videos and clips of videos on pharm that will help us to remember. So it's a great process. But just remember, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. One other study smarter tip I want you to remember, write this down, is lifestyle planning. Now, this one is more personalized to what you need, but it is important to plan days that are going to be dedicated entirely to you. You need at least 1 to 2 rest and relax days, a personal relaxation and well-being day. That day is set aside just for you. It's set aside time in which you are not required to read or study, and that you can focus on yourself, having fun, enjoying life, thanking God for all the things that He has blessed you with. This will help you achieve your goals on the days that you dedicate to focusing on schoolwork, because you've had that moment for downtime. It gets your mind ready and prepared to say, yes, I'm ready for the day. I'm ready to answer questions. I'm ready to study nursing. So incorporate that in your study smarter planning as you go forward in studying for the NCLEX. All right, I hope this message has blessed you today. There again, it has been a wonderful, wonderful day. So you want to be a nurse? Do you know what it takes to prepare? Do you know what you need to do to master the nursing exams and NCLEX? I hope this message has blessed you today. Consider these tips and continue enjoying life along the way. Be blessed, and I'll see you next time.